The following episode is explicit and is intended for mature audiences. Listener and viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, it's Nathaniel Avila reporting from Dallas County. Who am I here with today?
We're here with Clara Avila, also reporting from Dallas County.
Okay, so what are we talking about today?
I don't know. You tell me.
We're talking about that AMV.
Yeah, ooh, that AMV. Why don't you go ahead and expand on that?
It's an AMV about...
Okay, I'm going to say it since you're going to take forever to explain. We're going to talk about the Verbal Ace Hazbin Hotel animated music video, which is what AMV stands for, which of course I'm sure people already know that. Which came out, I'm going to say like a couple months ago now.
That was a lot longer than that.
When I say a couple months, I mean more than two.
Okay.
A few months or whatever. Several months, I guess, if you want to be picky about it, about my language.
I think like there's like the timeline's kind of all weird, which we'll get into.
Yeah, but if any of you, obviously if you're listening, you are a fan of the Hazbin Hotel, Helluva Boss, all things Spindle Horse, Viviana Medrano.
Zoophobia.
Zoophobia is a really good one.
Yeah.
But most of you all would have already either seen it. Stop it. You've already seen it, or you've heard of it.
Yeah, and what was that one she did with the rabbit?
We're moving forward already. We are past things that she has worked on.
Okay. So yeah. Let's kind of go back a bit. So there's this thing that Clara said, verbal, which is titled. It's officially titled "Verbal Ace's $50,000 Charlie Morningstar Gone Wild Extravaganza."
Yeah.
Now it is actually a wild ride of an animated music video. Now word on the street, or like Twitter,
rumors basically.
Yeah, is that Verbal Ace, who the guy is known for cartoon beatbox battles, I've never seen any of his stuff before.
Me neither.
Allegedly dropped a cool $50K on this masterpiece.
Masterpiece is a strong word for it.
Oh yeah. Did he ever say like who actually did the animation, or did they like request to not be credited?
I don't remember
because they didn't want to be associated.
I have no clue. I don't have that knowledge.
Okay. So now the video features an animated Verbal Ace getting hilariously chased down by Charlie, who you probably know as the star of Hazbin Hotel, who's got heart in her eyes and no breaks in sight. Oh yeah. Now the video caught fire in mid-January 2024 with people buzzing about the jaw-dropping price tag. So that was really the major hook here.
That was the major. That's what people were like, you paid $50,000 for this?
How much does it take to animate, like do actual animation?
Are you asking the quantity of money or the amount of effort that goes into it?
How much is
It's not cheap. I mean, I'm not an animator, so I don't know myself, but I can say that if you want a quality animation from somebody who is, a professional in the industry, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny.
Right. I've seen
but $50,000 is a lot for a single music video.
Yeah. But then again, this music video does have the works. It does have like it does have like background and foreground and coloring and cell shading
and blah 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 blah. Cell shading.
Yeah. Do they not? Yeah, they probably didn't use cell animation.
I was about to say. I was like.
They probably didn't. They probably haven't done that. But they probably did it digitally.
The thing about this music video is that there are some parts of it that are good. And then the rest is kind of just
So, like,
I wouldn't say that it was worth $50,000.
Right. No, but now I have
maybe $3,000.
I've seen like
and I would like to say every animator is going to ask for a different amount. It's not like an amount that's set in stone.
Right. Now I have seen like 5-second complete animations, and then the rest it was like lines and lines of credits of like it'll be like an entire screen of like credits for just a 5-second animation.
Yeah.
And I'm like so it takes a lot of effort.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort.
You got to do the rigging.
Only if you're using puppets.
Like puppet animation?
Yeah. So there are 2D puppet animations. And that's what you would use rigging for.
Yeah.
Unless but that's just one style of animation. And you can tell when something is being animated with a puppet. That didn't look like, the music video didn't look like it was. Yeah.
To be fair, like it's really tough to make puppet animation look good, professional.
It can. Puppet animation looks best for like quirky commercials. I wouldn't want to use puppet animation for like an entire show.
Yeah, I prefer like flash animation or like the classic hand drawn
flash animation. Flash animation is okay. You know, My Little Pony is all flash animated. And it's crazy because the My Little Pony movie is also animated in Flash, which is wild.
You prefer they would do it in like Maya?
No.
Okay.
I don't know who's using Maya for 2D animation.
Yeah, that's like Pixar.
Well, Maya is 3D. You know?
The animation is like for 3D animations.
I think you can do 2D animation on Maya, but I don't know why you would.
Yeah. They would do it digitally, is what I mean. I don't know what the industry standard for 2D animation, digital 2D animation.
Again, it depends on what studio you're working at. I don't know too much because I am not an animator. But I know that there are some people, and it also depends on animators on what they prefer to do, because there's no one set way to do it. But there are some people who like to start off doing it on paper to see that flip between the pages, you know, for the in-betweens. And then they convert that to digital. Some people who use a mixture of puppetry and that, like, the I forgot what the kind of animation it's called, but it's like, you know, the going from one point to the next point and then doing the in-betweens in there.
I think those are like principal animation.
Yeah, like the principal animation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you don't think this AMV had any of that?
I'm not sure.
It was done in like
what this AMV had. I think
it was in 24 FPS.
It looked like, honestly, I feel like it was probably, there are some moments where I'm like, oh, that might be some puppetry. And then there are other moments where it's the normal sort of, I'm drawing, you know, all of the frames.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But people mostly only care about the 50,000. It's not so much the content itself. That's what kind of got people looking.
I feel like it's a mixture of both, because you say 50,000 and then you look at what the animation is and you're like, that for 50,000?
Now this is a legend. It's a possibility that this number is like blown up. It's a possibility
that it's not that number. Yes.
So yeah, I mean. But yeah, this kind of became like the beginning of the end for Verbalace.
Well, Verbalace's YouTube channel was already on.
It was already on the decline.
On the decline.
Like if there was a rise and fall, he would be in the fall portion.
He was currently in the fall portion when this came out. So I would say that the fall began already. People just became aware of it after this. I do believe that. So there's some rumors about what the purpose of this music video was. Some people say that it was meant to be like a personal thing that he personally commissioned for himself and was not meant to be released. Or that it was simply something to test out a more mature side for a separate channel.
The separate channel thing is probably the most logical one.
The separate channel is most likely the most
I can't imagine
logical.
spending that amount of money on something no one will see.
That I can actually, because people will spend a lot of money on like art that's just for them, and they won't show it to anybody because it's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I mean, it's a little... Doing an entire animation, commissioning an entire animation, that is a bit more far-fetched. But I can believe that somebody will spend an absurd amount of money on a piece of artwork.
Yeah. But then again, like, if it's a piece of artwork, sometimes, I mean, you can just, like, put it on a wall. You can't put a video on a wall.
No, I'm not talking about art that you want to display.
Oh. You mean, like, the kind of art that you would, like, take and, like, hide away for, like, tax purposes?
Tax purposes? No. I mean the kind of art that you're like, ooh, I want you to draw me something that nobody should see. That's what I'm talking about.
You give me some of that Mario Sonic stuff?
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I know because I've been commissioned for that stuff before.
Clara.
What?
That's fine.
Yeah, I know it is.
Do you ever have to say no because they're like, hey, that guy, that's lolly, dude. You can't do that.
That's happened before. I've had somebody ask me to. I've had somebody commission me or attempts to commission me to do a comic in which one of the people in question very specifically states that they are in fact a minor, and I was like, no.
Even if it's with another minor.
It was not with another minor.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Can you tell me what the character was?
I'm not gonna do that.
Can you tell me off air?
Sure, I can talk to you about it off air.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna talk about it.
Okay.
on here.
So, and also, what about like things where like it's like incesty?
The thing is that so for every artist, they have things that they will do and they won't do. I don't have a lot of things that I won't do, but there are some things that I will absolutely not touch. Obviously, you know, minors, I'm not going to do that because first off, that's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. And so incest would be another thing. I wouldn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. And then there'd be like a couple like things that I'm just like, that's just kind of nasty and I don't want to.
Okay. Like, I remember somebody approached to commission me like recently. I sent you that text.
Yeah, but that was most likely a bot because I get that a lot actually.
Okay.
If you're somebody on Instagram who has art, you're going to get a ton of messages that are like, hey, can I commission you? And then you engage and then the thing you can tell when it's not an actual person. I always click on their Instagram to see like if they have like actual posts. If they do, I'm like, okay, that's something. And then you check their follower account. If it's like a large number and they are just like random posts, I'm like, that seems sketchy. And then I look how far apart their posts are, blah 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 blah. And then when I continue to engage, a lot of the times that will happen is I'll link them to my commission page where I have like what I offer. And then they ignore it and say, great, can I have, and then they just send me, they're like, great, I need this. And then they send me reference pictures. And I'm like, this isn't even.
Well, so what's the scam? How are they going to get money off you? What's their end game?
Hold on. So they hit me with online checks. Okay. So the thing with online checks is that it's not reliable.
Yeah.
What it is that they will give you a like something, I don't know how it works, but it's a scam, basically. If they are not willing to pay you through some other billing app, like PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, any of those things, it's a scam.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
All of the artists that I commission through, it's through PayPal.
PayPal. Cash App's a really weird one, but some people will use it.
Yeah. And like, Cash App, 'cause usually I associate Cash App with like NSFW stuff. But,
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
But like PayPal, I know the international artists use it because they're
the easiest.
They're the only ones that PayPal is the only like money transfer app that would do like international currencies.
Yeah, it's the easiest one to use.
Yeah.
I've had somebody try to commission me, and then they tried to get me to do an online check, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I only take this. And then they try to hit me with a sob story about how I can't use the bank because my ex-husband, blah, 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 I can only use this. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And also, the thing is that they will ignore the kind of commission work that I do.
Yeah.
Which is, I do character art.
Right.
So I do like fan art, OCs, original characters. I can do that sort of stuff. That's what I would prefer to do. And then they'll ask me to do portrait work, and I'm like, I don't do portrait work. I clearly state
like a painting.
Yeah, so like a picture of like just like a portrait of somebody. You know, maybe not like a painting style, because I'm like, are you sure you want this in my style? Because obviously they're asking me for my style, and my style is super cartoony. It's somewhat cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, my style doesn't particularly work well with like normal people doing like just like portrait work. So like, are you sure you want me for this?
That's realism, is what you're
exactly
describing. So I must ask again, how do they get what are they like? Just, are they trying to steal your work? Is that their end game?
So
what are they trying to gain from it?
So yeah, they're trying to get free art. I assume, and then I think there's something with an online check where they can take money from you. I remember I asked Daddy about it. I don't remember.
Oh, okay. I see. So
what he said.
I get it, because it's gonna take and it's gonna get all your billing information.
Yeah, exactly.
And they might just like steal from there. Okay,
exactly.
I think I see it. There was this other commission. I've seen this other commission scam that's been going around. A lot of people have been posting it on the Helluvaverse. Helluverse.
On the Facebook.
On the Helluverse pages about people pretending to be artists and asking like, "Hey, do you have an OC?" And they'll be like, "Yeah. Can you commission me to draw it?" And then they'll be like,
weird.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
And then if you do fall for it, they'll just ignore you after you send money. They'll just ignore you or send you something AI generated.
Wow, that's terrible.
So.
For me, I always do. I get half up front and then half when I complete.
Half when you complete?
Yeah, half when I complete the sketch or something.
Okay. And like most of the artists that I commission from, they want like full thing up front.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that.
Okay. It hasn't failed me since. Sometimes they have like official stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a Redbubble.
Yeah.
Or like an imprint.
I always do half up front and then half at the end. Mm-hmm. Because one, I don't want them to pay me like the full and then I don't produce it. That would really suck.
You can't say suck, Clara.
I can't. That's literally, you know what? I'm going to keep talking.
Okay.
And then so doing it half keeps me accountable. Mm-hmm. And then if they don't give me the rest after I finished it, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
At least I got something.
Has that ever happened?
Nope. Because the only people who have commissioned me are you and my friend.
Okay. Your one friend?
Yeah. My one friend.
So, like,
Actually, you know what? Other people have commissioned me before, but for other things.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I've done some stuff through Fiverr. I mostly do Fiverr, which seems to be like the best spot for getting commissions. And then I see an artist and I do it. But yeah, that's kind of the state of commissions right now, at least in my end.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get back on topic.
What are we talking about? Oh,
Verbalace.
Verbalace, Hazbin Hotel. So, let's go back. 2018, January 11th. A band named Synapson dropped their official music video for Hideaway, featuring Holly on YouTube. Now, the video stars a bald, blonde woman who, after being given the cold shoulder by some guy, decides to kiss her way through an entire restaurant. Young, old, men, women, no one was safe. The video racked over 1.5 million views in 6 years, and you can still watch it today. And somehow found its way into the infamous Hazbin Hotel AMV.
Which is, you know what, it's a really good song, actually.
Mm-hmm. Now, the official name was called Chase-Hideaway Verbalace AMV.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was re-uploaded to YouTube by a user named HydroHater99 on September 6th, 2023. Now, nobody knows when the original hit the web, but it is rumored to have been posted on a channel owned by Stephen Chase, Verbalace, who supposedly directed it. Wait, no, it wasn't Verbalace. Different guy. Stephen Chase is a different guy.
Okay, Stephen Chase is a different guy.
At least I think that's true.
We're not sure. Unconfirmed.
Let me look that up. What is Verbalace's real name? What is Obama's last name?
Obama.
Impossible. Put up his name. This dude's 40 years old?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yep.
Are
we getting any info?
Why does he put himself so young?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, his real name is something else. So
okay,
Stephen
Chase is somebody else.
Yeah, Stephen Chase is the director of the AMV. So yeah, supposedly he's the director.
Supposedly.
Now, before it got smacked down by copyright in January 2024, it managed to gather a respectable 62,000 views. Now, the AMV was first spotted on X by user SFGT Games on January 9th, 2024, who said, "We also must introduce the new generation to Verbalace's softcore porn animation of him and Charlie from Hazbin Hotel that he spent $50,000 on, which made him suffer a financial downfall that he never recovered from in his channel." End quote. Now, sounds like Verbalace's $50,000 animated adventure from steamy love story to financial horror story. So yeah, apparently it ended up bankrupting him, which kind of stinks.
Yeah.
That would kind of stink for me to tell my banker and my CPA.
Sorry.
I spent it all
on Charlie softcore porn.
Starring me.
Starring my avatar.
Want to see it?
Want to see it?
No, you have to. Yeah, you got to do it, and you have to look at me, and everyone else can't be here.
Show it anyways.
So, on January 11th, 2024, Twitter user the Start of Luck used the internet ablaze with a thread that pulled back the curtain on the mysterious origins of the now infamous Hideaway AMV by Verbalace. The tweet, which quickly racked up over 564,000 views, 4,800 likes, and 1,000 retweets in just 5 days, claimed to spill the tea on how the video first circulated through various Discord channels before making its way to the public. Now, in the thread, the Start of Luck laid out a wild tale of how Verbalace, the creator of Cartoon Beatbox Battle Series, supposedly spent a jaw-dropping $50,000 on a quote-unquote special project that financially wrecked him and led to the cancellation of his beloved show. So, are you ready to hear the tale?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to hear the tale of the Verbalace?
Lay it on me.
Okay. According to Start of Luck. Now, according to the tweets, Verbalace had initially revealed in his official server that this mysterious project involved him and a collaborator from a controversial fan series, which is always a good start. Right, Clara? Mm-hmm. When I ever hear the word controversial, I know that you gotta work with them. Right, Clara?
Of course.
That's not good. You can't be collabing with controversial people.
I'm all about collabing with controversial people.
You cannot.
I love it.
Do you see you collaborate with Shagman?
I don't even know who that is.
He makes a lot of CP Or,
No.
or he,
No.
well, CP adjacent,
Okay.
where he tried to be like, oh, it's not sexual, like that, but
Okay.
it clearly is.
Okay. Let's keep going.
So let me see. The project, which was quote unquote too mature for his main channel, was apparently Verbalace's response to the original Hideaway music video, which he found way too gross due to its depiction of women kissing old people and even children.
Oh my gosh.
Now, the thread also features screenshots that allegedly show Verbalace discussing his expensive side project, which many assumed was the infamous Hazbin Hotel AMV. Now, he mentioned his dislike for the original Hideaway video and hinted at plans to post his version on a separate channel for the future. So, yeah. What do you think, Clara?
Say that again?
He says that the thread also features a screenshot that allegedly showed Verbalace's discussing this expensive side project, which many assumed was the Hazbin Hotel AMV.
Oh, yes. I
Now,
recall hearing that.
Yeah, he mentioned that his dislike for the original Hideaway video and hinted at plans to post his own version on a separate channel in the future.
I'm gonna be honest, being like, I didn't like that music video, I'm gonna make my own music video, except that music video is starring him and Charlie from Hazbin Hotel. It's a little stupid.
I kind of don't buy that.
I don't buy it either.
I kind of call shenanigans on that because, I mean, like, what?
What?
Why would you even try to do that?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like if you were like a massive fan of this song, and you thought, oh, I hated this music video, I'm gonna make my own music video. Why not make it with like a completely different storyline with original characters?
That would make sense.
That would make sense. But making it a fan animation with you and Charlie from Hazbin Hotel, with the idea of, oh, I really like the song, but I don't like the music video, I'm going to make my own, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. Like, it's kind of like the people who tried to, did like a GoFundMe for a remake of The Last Jedi because people hated it so much. Star Wars fan hated it so much, but instead of anything having to do with Star Wars, it'll be starring me and a character from a completely different IP.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be starring me, and I'm gonna be with Charlie in the Star Wars remake.
In the Star Wars remake, you are funding us.
You are funding us, even though it has nothing to do with Star Wars.
It has nothing to do with Star Wars.
We're just me and Charlie making out.
Yeah.
So I don't buy his story.
She tries on sexy lingerie. Ooh.
What is that supposed to do for anyone?
Ooh.
What is that supposed to do for anyone?
Isn't that nice? Aren't you glad you spent money on this?
$50,000
Yeah.
worth of stuff? I know. I feel so sad.
Isn't that right, Simon?
I would just feel so sad if I spent $50,000 on that. I would be like, I shouldn't be allowed to have a credit card.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not long after January 11th, 2024, the video was then reposted by Twitter user OOC Western R34, where it blew up, garnering over 12 million views in just 5 days. So, yeah, there goes that. January 20th, 2024. Verbalace took to his YouTube channel to drop a video titled Addressing Things, where he finally tackled the chaos surrounding the viral Hazbin Hotel AMV. In the video, Verbalace opened up by thanking his fans for their support, what he has called the storm of quote-unquote slander, defamation, and allegations. Okay, chill out. Right, Clara?
Yeah.
Do you think that's
yeah?
Do you think that's slander, defamation, and allegations?
No.
I'm like, dude, you just made You just made something cringy on...
You just made something really cringy.
Cringy and spend a lot of money. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
There's so much worse things that you could have been accused of doing.
For real.
Spending $50,000 on a cringe animation is
really not...
It's not a big deal.
Slander or defamation.
I wouldn't go and be like, slander! Defamation!
How dare you state factual things!
And I mean, like, it's just
we're not sure if it's actually factual.
Yeah, but I mean,
let's be honest. He made that music video.
Yeah, he made that music video. Whether or not it's $50,000, but even then, it's like there's so much more worse things you could be accused of doing in the YouTube space, and people have.
Yeah.
So I would say like maybe like relax a bit with the whole slander, defamation, and allegations thing. Now, he also owned up to some of his past comments, apologizing for any hurt they might have caused, showing that he was trying to make things right. I don't know what comments he's referring to. Now, Verbalist then spilled the beans on the infamous Hazbin Hotel project. He revealed that it all began back in 2021 as an idea for a separate YouTube channel aimed at a more mature audience.
Yeah.
So if that was the case... If it did cost $50,000 and it was supposed to be for another channel, it kind of implies that it was planning on making more.
Yeah, that was the implication. I don't know how he could have
supported an entire channel on everything was going to cost like $50,000 budgets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so now the project was actually completed back in 2022. He even set up a new channel, uploaded the video, slapped an 18+ rating on it, but realizing he wanted to focus on other content, he eventually deleted the video and moved on. Or so we thought. Even though, I don't know, that seems a bit weird to me. I mean, it says AMV, he can do whatever he wants, but it's kind of weird that you would spend that much money on it to just be like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Delete. Yeah. I would probably post it somewhere as like at least a one-off. Maybe put it behind Patreon. Put it on a Patreon thing. Put it members only. What do you think, Clara?
I mean, that is one way to go.
I would think
a lot of people do that.
I think that's probably the best way to go instead of just being like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. Delete. And then kind of like hoard a secret, like it's a major secret.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, I mean, that's fine. Now, things took a turn when the AMV got downloaded and re-uploaded without his consent. Welcome to the internet, baby.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Eventually getting blasted across the internet on his birthday.
Whoa!
With his name tagged all over it because, he made it. Now, despite the unexpected chaos, Verbalace reassured that his viewers that his core content, like cartoon beatbox battles and puppet beatbox battles, was here to stay. Now, he wrapped up the video by expressing his love for his audience and promising to learn from his past mistakes. In just 2 days, his response racked up over 152,000 views, 9,000 likes, and 3,000 comments. So, that's good. Mm-hmm. January 11th, 2024. 4chan, baby. We're going off 4chan.
Let's go 4chan.
Now they had users buzzing about the now infamous Verbalace Hazbin Hotel AMV, particularly its alleged $50,000 price tag. The conversation was a mixed bag. Some users applauded Verbalace for his dedication to the project, while others couldn't help but scratch their heads, wondering why he dropped that kind of cash on a relatively SFW video.
Mm-hmm.
It's called art.
It's art.
It's called art. I used to do me getting chased by Charlie. It's not like I have a crush on her or anything. Oh, I wish she were real. So 2 days later, January 13th, 2024, Redditor YouGurtMan joined the fray, posting a video that was hilariously compared Verbalace's AMV to an animated Sonic vs. Super Mario video. Now, the Reddit post quickly gained traction, racking up over 5,000 upvotes in just 3 days. Meanwhile, on January 12th, ex-user Anthem Overload added to the internet's amusement by posting a video that poked fun at Verbalace's apparent infatuation with Charlie from Hazbin Hotel. Now, this tongue-in-cheek jab struck a chord, amassing over 68,000 likes in just 4 days. So, yeah, what's this guy? Why is Verbalace very seem to have this strange infatuation with Charlie?
I could not tell you.
Yeah, I like Charlie so much. I wanted to give me like a smooch.
I wanted to give me a kiss.
And I'll pay animation top dollar to make it so.
It's it's strange. I mean, he wouldn't be the first to
make an AMV.
Not make an AMV specifically, but I mean, maybe there's other AMVs out there of people with their avatars hitting on
Charlie.
Not Charlie specifically, but characters.
I've never seen that. I think it's the first of its kind. I think that's why
it's
people
the first.
like it.
I don't know. They could be hidden.
Maybe. Maybe they lost media. I know that there was this one guy.
But there are people who can you draw my avatar with this person?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's usually like still images, though.
Still images,
but it's not like a straight up animation. But like, I remember there was this one guy who was a writer for the Powerpuff Girls, remake that happened in the 2010s, and this guy, and it's clearly a self-insert of this writer who wants to be in a relationship with Blossom.
Yeah, and that's the thing in fan fiction as well. You have self-inserts. You have your name fan fiction where you can imagine yourself with the character.
YNX.
YN. It's really funny.
Waluigi.
I've read some YN fiction. That's not fan fiction. That's not it's not fan fiction. It's just a person writing a story, but instead of having a character, it's YN.
And it's supposed to be me.
And it's supposed to be me. But the funny thing is that whenever I read it, I never put my name in there. I just read it something, your name. I'm like, great, cool. The character, your name. And then I continue.
The character, your name.
The character of your name.
My name is Ebony Darkness Dementia.
Because let's be honest, I'd never do those things. So I can't possibly imagine myself in that role.
The high and mighty Clara who never does self-inserts.
No. I mean, I wouldn't act the way the character is acting.
Oh, okay.
So I can't imagine myself in those scenarios because I wouldn't respond that way.
It's clearly supposed to be the author that does that. Like the actual person who's writing. And I guess them doing that, adds a level of separation to it and be like, no, it's not me, it's you. You're the weird one. You're the one who wants to do all those things. Right, Clara? Mm-hmm. I'm not the weird one. You're the weird one. You're the one doing all those things in the story.
Yeah.
I'm not weird. You're weird.
You're weird. Okay.
So.
And nothing against your name stuff. If you enjoy that sort of thing, yeah, that's nice. I'm glad that you have found something that you enjoy.
Right. So let's see what Vivzy Pop has to say.
All right.
So Vivzy, the original creator of Hazbin Hotel, responded to a since-deleted post asking if she had seen the fan-made animation. Her reply, which featured the meme of Julia Louis-Dreyfus nervously laughing and saying, "What the F?" quickly resonated with fans. So the response gained over 10,000 likes in 5 days. And yeah, that's what Vivzy thought.
Yeah, and she shouldn't have to say anymore.
Why? No, I want her to give a full-on press release.
A full-on press release about this stupid animated music video?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't spend $50,000 just so you can respond with a meme. So then there's this whole, for $50,000 you could purchase X, which is a meme that came out fueled by it.
Yeah.
The meme humorously contrasts with the supposed cost of the video with other items or experiences that could be purchased for the same amount. Now, the template would read something like this. For $50,000, you can purchase one 3-minute video of a cartoon version of yourself getting seduced by a fictional character with no actual NSFW scenes, or X.
Ooh.
No, Mr. Disney.
Sorry. Whenever we sit down to record, the cats, for some reason, start going crazy. Walking around everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Now, this format became a hit as people began filling the acts with all sorts of absurd, wildly different things that you can buy for $50,000, poking fun at the idea of spending such a large sum on a relatively tame animation. Now, there's another thing called Verbalace running from Charlie Morningstar. Now, as an exploitable meme that takes the scene from the AMV where Verbalace is running away from Charlie. Now, in this meme, users creatively replace Charlie with various other characters, or alternatively swap out Verbalace with the one being chased. Now, the meme format plays with the comedic potential of these unexpected pairings, adding a humorous twist to the original scene. Now, the earliest known edit of this scene was posted in Twitter by user ShootingFilm64 on January 14th, 2024. This version, Verbalace, is shown running from Linkara, a character well known in internet culture. Now, the edit, which added a layer of absurdity and nostalgia, quickly gained traction, amassing over 19,000 likes and 2,800 retweets in just over a week. So, there's that.
Yep.
Now, you're in for a treat.
Oh boy, a treat? For me?
For both of us. We're gonna watch the actual AMV.
We're gonna watch. I'm so sorry. We're gonna watch the AMV.
We're gonna do a live reaction.
We're gonna do a live recorded reaction.
We're gonna do a live reaction
on no visuals. We're gonna react to.
Well, I'm gonna basically give a play-by-play.
The music videos. Okay. I will say I have seen the music video.
Okay.
So it won't be a genuine reaction.
I haven't seen it.
So he'll be genuinely reacting, and I will be reacting to his reactions.
And the thing. So, let's give this a look. See. I just saw a little preview.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm doing it muted.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, you're not gonna get the full experience without the music, but I understand.
But we can't play it because of copyright.
Yeah, because of the copyrights. Well, you should listen. We'll watch it again off.
Actually, I can put on my earbuds.
Oh yeah, put on your earbuds, and that way
do you want to hear the earbuds?
Yeah, I'd like to listen as well.
Okay.
This is the left one, right?
Yeah, I got the right one.
All right, we're beginning now.
Okay, purple thing.
So
this is the pilot design.
This is the pilot design.
I can't hear anything. It's just random garbled nonsense. So I don't think this is the right one.
That's not good.
Is this the right one?
It starts off. I think she's just I don't know if she's actually singing in the beginning. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're gonna see if we can find another version of it.
Let me see if it's on Rumble. No, I don't want to go premium.
Ooh, an advertisement. Oh my god.
I will spend my money on that. Oh jeez.
Oh my god, another advertisement. Very fun.
There's no. Okay, so it is kind of like that.
Okay, it's like that.
Okay,
all right. So it starts off like that. That's what I thought.
Yeah, no wonder YouTube's beating them.
So Charlie is basically she's doing a incantation.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Oh, sorry. It's kind of weird animation. It's pretty choppy.
See, that's what I'm talking about. All right, and now this is Verbalace.
That's a weird mouth.
Yes.
Oh, the Happy Hotel. So.
Yes. And now he's been transferred into hell. His bed is there.
And Charlie's very excited.
Oh, she's so excited.
Why, though? There's some dude.
She wants him. Look at that. You see that? She licked her lips and everything. Oh, snap.
She's DTF.
She's so blushing. The size ratio is so funny. Her head is massive.
And now he's running through her head. Ah.
Yep. And she's gonna open. Ooh, look at her go. She's excited.
Look at that see that in your head.
And she can fly for some reason.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question.
Yeah.
So why is Verbalace running from it?
No clue.
If that's what he wants, it's I think he's running ooh, Charlie, don't catch me.
In this music video, at first he very clearly does not want to be caught. He is no.
But Charlie really wants this guy. She really wants this guy for some weird reason.
Him specifically. She summoned him. You know.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Why? What happened to Vaggie? Nah, Vaggie
gone out of the picture.
Drake mean
this
Vaggie?
Guy.
Nah.
Random dude. Random human man. Yeah.
Random dude. And she is like head over heels. I have no idea why.
Saw him when... Hell yeah.
You can't say that.
I can.
So, anyway, she's running through Pentagram City. So, the character design is not that bad, but I think that's because it's not an original character design.
They're giving her random powers. She's floating on a heart. And he's like, no! But he looks, right now, he's like super blushy. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, at this point, it's really like, are you actually, like, why are you saying no?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so like, that one bit of animation, that was kind of really funny. The way it was animated. It was kind of like, let me show you how it was animated, Clara.
Yeah.
It was you gotta look at me.
I'm looking at you.
It's like. Oh.
Yeah. So it's really funny. His mouth is like open and like an O, and he's just like shaking his head slowly, like no.
And now Charlie wants to is very.
Charlie's
weird.
Looking very predatory.
Yeah. And now she's on top of him.
And she's teleported them. For some reason, that's a power she has now.
And she's falling. Okay, follow you to the end of the earth for some reason. Lip syncs is not right.
With yours.
This syncs are not. It's not lip synced.
It's okay. Another in some sort of hotel room.
Some BDSM thing.
Yeah, he's tied to the bed, and she's getting undressed. Well, she's got to lock the door first.
Yeah. And he's all like, oh,
he's like, oh my gosh. And now he's naked. His clothes have been removed. And and now she's getting naked.
Well, she's wearing a bra.
Well, that's getting naked in the eyes of people.
Yeah. She's got some cleave going.
And she's, and he has a boner.
Yeah, but it's censored.
And
You gotta play. You want to see the uncensored version? You gotta pay up that Patreon, baby.
You gotta pay up the Patreon if you want to see that dick.
You can't say that.
I can.
So okay.
And now she's testing out lingerie to see which ones he likes best.
And
he's like, what?
Of course, you make yourself jacked.
What? Yeah, he gave himself some muscles.
I'm sure he's not really like that. I'm sure he's a very healthy body type, but come on, dude.
Yeah. He's like, huh? Oh, and that's the one because there's a heart on his penis.
The emoji.
The heart emoji. And she's got it on now.
Snap.
And he's like, oh my gosh. And now she's crawling on top of him. And he's still like, no.
Come on, dude.
And now she's getting in real close. She's coming in.
I have to be some kind of homosexual to
I have to be some kind
ignore
of
that kind of.
A woman is on top of me. I'd have to be.
That's not like a diss on homosexual people.
No,
but it's a line from a Family Guy joke.
Yeah.
And where he was like where Cleveland was like she was talking about her Brazilian wax and her shave down there and whatnot. I have to be some kind of homosexual to not to ignore those signs. And he's definitely like, no, Charlie,
like, no,
you're throwing yourself at me. I don't want it.
No. Yeah.
And so Charlie is like really into it.
She's coming in. She's coming in for that kiss. Real close up on the camera. And now the video is loading. Okay. Oh, and the music is gone.
Okay, I guess we're done with the music.
The end.
Well, it's over anyway, so.
And they kiss, and that's it.
Wow. $50,000.
$50,000. You see what I mean now?
I mean, I can see that maybe that would cost $5,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could see $5,000, maybe $3,000.
Definitely in the thousands.
Definitely the thousands, but not the 50,000s.
But like, based on what I saw, I'm like, like, dude, you have kind of an unhealthy obsession with this character.
Yeah.
Maybe you should, you know she's not real, right? Because like the way they portrayed Charlie is that Charlie is like, oh, she wants him, man. She's throwing herself at him, for some reason, and she's like, oh, I gotta make out with this guy, and
yeah.
So it definitely reads as like a fantasy that this guy is having based on what I'm seeing. So, I mean, to the point where I'm like, it is a major infatuation, I would say, and I don't buy that it's supposed to be a remake of a music video that you didn't like and you wanted to make a better one. I don't buy that at all. Right, Clara?
Yeah.
I said it doesn't, like, I don't buy that. Based on what I've seen, there's no way that was just supposed to be, like, an improvement on a music video that you didn't like.
Definitely
I
not.
don't buy that at all.
I don't think so.
It's obviously supposed to be fulfilling some kind of fantasy. Clara?
Yeah.
So.
I agree.
Yeah, it's clearly supposed to do that, so. Should I do it?
No.
should I financially ruin myself?
Absolutely not.
But, like, also, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's fine. So yeah, that's the story of the infamous Hazbin Hotel Verbelay's $50,000 AMV. So what do you think? Should we make another one?
Should we make another $50,000 AMV?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I think you should stay away from that.
What if we turn it into an NFT?
Ew.
Those are still around, right?
Gross. Unfortunately.
Okay. I think they have since kind of
They've
went down.
really went down, for sure.
I don't think people are buying those anymore. Now it's all about that AI, baby. But even, like, I've seen homemade AIs. They're not that good.
Yeah.
This is... yeah, if you want to get something, like, if you want somebody to tell you something that's wrong, sure. To give you wrong information.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the story. Do you think...
just a little thing that happened.
Yeah. And, is Verbalase doing more stuff?
I don't
Is he doing more beatbox battles?
I haven't been keeping track.
Okay.
If you guys know, I don't know, let us know.
And let us bro.
Let us bro.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been Nathaniel Avila.
I've been Clara Avila.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much for watching our podcast.
Yeah, watching the
Thanks
podcast.
for listening.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to a Vision podcast, home of wacky talkies, The Kingdom, Evil Exists, and many more.